Hello there, everybody. We're going to be starting this marathon off with LEGO Indiana Jones 2. My name's WiiSuper. This should be a pretty fun run. I'm going to be hopping straight into the run because I'm going to have a long cutscene right at the start to explain everything. So yeah, time is going to start right when I press start story. I have a bit of a delay on my timer just so I can get back into my game. Alright, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So, this game has 6 episodes. You got Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and then Raiders of the Lost Ark, Last Crusade, and Temple of Doom. And then you got Kingdom of the Crystal Skull Part 2 and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull Part 3, because that's what everybody wanted. 3 parts of Crystal Skull. So this first gameplay section is going to be really short. I just got to give this monkey the banana. And you're going to see me calling my second player a lot throughout this run. Probably about 40% of this run is going to be done with 2 players. So this is the really long cutscene that is at the very start of the run. It's like 2 minutes long and really boring. But luckily the rest of the cutscenes throughout the run are pretty short. So this first level is the longest split of the run. It's about 8 minutes long, and one of the main reasons is just the cutscenes, and also the level is pretty complicated compared to a lot of the other levels. This is one of the most involved levels. And I guess I should mention this now. The cutscenes are not going to be accurate to the movie whatsoever. This game just makes up random bosses that don't even exist. It's just, no. So I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff right away pretty quickly, and I'll try my best to explain all of it. But the main thing that breaks this game is a trick called a super throw, which basically allows you to pick somebody up as Indy and just throw them really far. And that can result in some strange behavior in multiple ways. So our first super throw is going to be pretty quickly. Drop this guy out. So right here I'm going to pick up Mac, and when I go to put him down, I punch during the animation of putting him down, and I'll throw him. That's not an intended mechanic, but that allows me to just throw him right across the gap. And that's our first use of super throws. But here's where the super throws get really glitchy, because if you super throw someone into a target or a lever, they fly up into the sky. And we'll use that a few times throughout the run. It's a pretty cool trick. But now we're out of bounds, and we need 2 vehicles, and the game just conveniently puts 2 drivable vehicles out of bounds for us to pick up. So I'm gonna put this one here and use this one to hit it back in bounds, and sometimes it'll spaz out when I hit it back in bounds. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Put them over there. Now we're going to use a super throw to get Mac up here. Normally you have to put spears into those orange slot things on the wall, but we don't have to do that. Alright, so now we're gonna use these vehicles we got and drive them onto the two buttons. Normally you can't do this until after this next cutscene plays. That's gonna come up soon, but because we grabbed the vehicles out of bounds, we can do it a bit early. Because as you can see, there's not any other drivable vehicles. You normally don't get them until after this cutscene of me pushing the metal box plays. But we get to pull down this ladder early. Unintended jump right there. Skips like 20 seconds of gameplay. And we enter another cutscene. There's Han Solo. Gotta get that small little reference. We did it in Indy 1. So right here, we're just gonna chase this guy up. Ah, okay, we're good. And now we enter the boss fight with this guy. Don't remember his name, but it's a really simple boss fight. So we're going to step on these buttons over here to activate the fire and then whip him into the fire. That's all there is to this. We can get him 2 times on that fire and activate it once more. Oh, I got chained. No. Dang it. He keeps chaining me. I missed the cycle. That's okay. We'll just activate the fire again. There we go. And that's the first level. And I'm keeping player 2 connected here at the end of this level because I'm going to be using player 2 at the start of the next level. Yeah, Janitor's a pretty cool character. And one thing that's nice about this game is it has split screen 2-player. So like right here, I don't even need to worry about keeping my player 2 caught up with my player 1. I can just leave them back at the start and it'll be just fine. So this is Doomtown. I like this scene in the movie. First thing we have to do is get upstairs. So we're going to pick up these boxes here. we got a lot of two-player shenanigans going on. I don't know how that key fit through, but we got a key now. Alright, come on, let me push the box. This box is kind of weird, it doesn't let you push it sometimes. Alright, so now we're going to do a pretty complicated 1P2C trick here. So I'm going to have my player 2 come out and pick up this box while I open the shed up with Indy. I'm going to grab the shovel with Indy while I... Oop, don't get in there. While I build the tricycle. Or not the tricycle, the lawnmower. And there's going to be two things I'm going to do here. I'm going to drop out my player 2, but I'm also going to turn VSync on. So that vertical launch I did in the first level is rather frame rate dependent. It really only works if you have a really, really high frame rate. So I turned VSync off, which allows me to get a higher frame rate. However, if you have VSync turned on, you dig and fix without like a maximum speed, so you can fix as fast as you can. You just spam as much as possible. Same thing with digging, you can just dig as fast as possible with VSync turned on, but with VSync turned off you're kind of locked to like a certain speed that you can dig and fix stuff. So I'm going to turn VSync back on for the middle portion of the run, but I'm going to turn it back off towards the end because there's going to be another launch. Here is the second shortest level in the game, I believe. We just are going to beat up a bunch of people in the cafe. And I'm going to hopefully be able to demonstrate another side effect of doing a super throw, which is kind of a pretty funny side effect. But I need to actually do a super throw with Mutt. Sometimes he kind of runs away and I can't get it to work. Dang it, I didn't get him. Let's see if I can get him still. Get over here, buddy. And then he starts kind of... Alright, there we go. We got him. So if you do a super throw, the player that you throw will now just instantly kill everybody. I'm not even pressing the attack button right now. I'm just running into them. And I just destroy everybody. Same thing with these guys. Normally you can't punch these guys. Normally you have to shoot them, but for some reason, if your character's been super thrown, you can just shred right through them. Alright, and that's the whole level. That was pretty good. Alright, so here I'm going to demonstrate how fast you can fix with having VSync turned on. Like, normally that'll take like 10 seconds, but if you spam really fast, you can do it in like 4. And here comes our first vehicle level. There's one vehicle level per chapter, and they're pretty much the levels that'll make or break a run, because they're pretty RNG heavy. Like, all the vehicles will spawn in the same spot, but destroying the vehicles is always going to give you different results. And out of all the vehicle levels, this one is probably like the least random. Like, I have a pretty good route for it. So I catch these three guys coming around the corner here. And then I'm going to go down and to the left to grab an actual vehicle. Or like a car, not a motorcycle. And hopefully we can catch a cycle down here with this guy. Nope, get over here. Nice. So yeah, you'll soon learn that the vehicle levels are pretty terrible. You just kind of run into cars. It can be kind of fun, but like whether or not you do damage when you run into them is kind of random. And basically, these levels just aren't consistent at all. Oh, give me that car. Dang it. That car's faster than this one, which is why I wanted to grab it, but I missed it. Oh, here's one. So you just kind of Grand Theft Auto any car you want except for the cop cars. Oh wow, this guy spawned right here. Alright, so this is our final wave. And that guy doesn't have a red arrow on his head, so no need to destroy him. Dang it. So I'm gonna try to, I saw that one guy get past me, so I'm gonna try to kill this guy and then catch him up top. Unless another guy's down here, then yeah, there's another guy coming around right here. So I'll take him out. Quality gameplay. Just alright, almost got him. And that was really good. That's the fastest I've ever done that. That's pretty much ideally what you want to happen. I guess to put into perspective how variable the vehicle levels can be, I saved a full minute there to my PB. And here is our last level in Crystal Skull Part 1. Our first fake boss. I think if you've seen the movie, you guys are just all gonna totally know this boss. Like it's literally like half the movie. Like you all remember this, right? Yeah. Okay. This boss is really simple. We just kind of jump across onto these chains. That jump over to the chain is technically not an intended jump. You're supposed to ride the hook in the middle, but with a well-timed jump, you can just jump straight to the outside, or straight to the back. And no, don't do that. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, so now I got the right side down. I'm gonna call on player 2's mod to fix it. Alright, and now we just go onto this hook, and it'll bring us up top. I just punch this guy, and that's Grain Train. Pretty short level. So that's Crystal Skull Part 1, which is my personal favorite episode. Yeah, we did it. Alright, so we unlock Raiders of the Lost Ark and the level creator, which is pretty cool, but we're not going to go to that during the run, obviously. And then Crystal Skull Part 2, but we're going to go over to Raiders of the Lost Ark next. Yeah, I agree, 0 vehicle levels. They could definitely be done a lot better. Oh yeah, and I guess it might disappoint some people that this game skips the entire Lost Temple section of Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is kind of rip, but... So this level we're going to be using 2 players for the entirety of the level. It just helps out. There's a lot of multitasking you can do. Okay. So like right here, we got this table, 2 piles of blocks that need to be built, so obviously we'll combine those. And we're building these targets to fry this guy. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's like Toth or something like that. And actually right here I'm going to do a super throw to activate the infinite attacks, because that'll help me clear out these enemies easier. Don't want Indy will build, while Marion just shreds through everybody. Oh, I've got to build the top piece, and we're going to want to slide both of these across. And we need him to bring his laser this way. Good. Where's that the... Yeah, I don't watch movies, Theo. Don't question it. It's been so long since I've seen any of the indie movies or Star Wars movies, so I can't be trusted with being 100% correct. One of these guys gotta jump down. Come on. Are these guys not gonna jump down or what? Come on, guys. I know you want to jump down. Alright, maybe I can throw a chair at them. This normally doesn't happen, but I don't know why, but they're not jumping down. And he's not going to pull out his little laser and... Okay, there we go. Alright, that was a little bit of an unfortunate time loss there. I don't know why the guys didn't jump down. But now, this final boss fight's super easy because I just run into him and just destroy him. No challenge. Oh. Alright, so here, got another little 1P2C. I'm going to have Marion go up here and get the key while I have Indy waiting right at the door so he can get in right away. Alright, so here we're gonna activate the infinite attacks with Sala. This level is just like a beat 'em up. You just attack literally everybody. Get back here. And the infinite attacks make it a lot easier, and actually allows you to kind of skip certain sequences. Because coming up in this level, there's gonna be guys with swords, and normally you have to like get into a sword fight with them, and like it takes a really long time. But with the infinite attacks, you just kind of shred right through them. You don't even need to pick up a sword to fight them. Alright, so we gotta whip these guys off the camels. Luckily, we don't have to kill the camels. They can just chill over there. Our good friends. And then we're just gonna kill these guys right when they jump out of the trailer. I'm gonna knock these guys down first, and then I'll kill everybody. Alright, now this is the part where normally you need to sword fight these guys, but as you can see, I'm just gonna run right through them and they'll die. This probably saves like a good minute. Get the key from the monkey. And whenever you're interacting with objects, enemies will just not attack you. Like the guy with down there, he was coming in to attack me, but he just stopped right when I started using the key. And that's the level. That's all you do in that level is just beat everybody up. And there's gonna be a couple of those levels. They're pretty boring. I mean, I kind of find it satisfying just shredding through all the enemies, but they're pretty much the same every single time. However, coming up is a pretty involved level. So I'm going to call on player 2 right here. This is another one of those levels where I'm pretty much going to be using 2 players for the whole level. That's a good one, Chimkin. Alright, so here's where we start to multitask a bit. So I'm going to start digging the stuff up over here with Sala. While I try to grab this torch with Indy. This can be really hard. Alright, good. We got the torch first try. Keep digging with Sala. Start building that stuff. I'm stuck. Okay. Meanwhile, with Indy, we're going to... Oh, don't drop that torch. Alright, we got to place the torch. Pull the lever. So this is multitasking at its finest. So I'm gonna kill all these snakes with Sala because Indy has a fear of snakes, so he can't really do anything by snakes. And that's the first section of the level. And now this next section probably has one of the hardest jumps in the whole run. It's a really simple jump, but it can prove to be a lot harder than it looks. So I'm gonna make sure to kill all these snakes so Indy can actually do stuff. Marion's gonna pick up a torch and I'm gonna grab a spear with Indy. And the hard jump is coming up pretty soon. So basically, I only have one spear. You're supposed to have 2 spears to make this jump, but we're gonna try to make it with 1 spear. And this jump is like basically a perfectly timed double jump is what you need to make it. And also getting up here can be kind of a pain. Ah, just missed it. So this one might take a couple tries. There we go. Uh-oh. Alright, so that was decent. Yeah, I did say uh-oh, Roush. I just saw, So we get some horses. The horses in this game are pretty cool. They jump they go super fast and jump super far. And here comes the vehicle level of raiders. This one can go really well, and it can also go really bad. Well, obviously all of them can, but this one can be pretty annoying. Well, they're all annoying. What am I saying? Every vehicle level is terrible. So right now we're on the horses, which are basically useless. So we gotta grab this guy. There we go. We're not gonna worry about that guy. We're just gonna go backwards. So if you go backwards on the route of the vehicles, you'll obviously run into them faster rather than trying to chase them down. So I'm gonna keep going backwards on their route and keep running into them like that. And I just went right through them. That's good. Not good. Okay. And then once again, we're gonna go backwards so we reach them faster. No! Alright. That was decent. Now we want to find a truck. This next wave has trucks in it, and you can only destroy a truck with a truck. So we need to find a drivable truck. There's one right there. And as the truck just kind of shreds through everything, so except for other trucks, but any normal vehicles, the truck will basically one-shot if you have enough speed. Ah! And I flipped over. Luckily, it'll just flip you right back over if you do. And just one-shot that guy. Okay, so the next wave has more trucks, and this time armored cars, which you have to basically destroy twice. And you can hit the trucks and cars off the cliff like that. It's kind of hard to do, but it's an option. That truck almost fell off on its own. Alright, so now we need to go steal the Ark. And this is the part that can be annoying, because this truck doesn't really have, like, the way it takes damage is different from every other vehicle in the game. Like, it doesn't actually break or anything. You just kind of have to keep hitting it until it allows you to hijack it. Sometimes that goes really quickly, and other times you have to hit it like 10 times. I don't know if it's random or it's just like... So that, right there, that was pretty quick. But sometimes you'll just be sitting there hitting it over and over and over, and it'll it won't break. So this is the final boss fight right here. You just run into his car 5 times, and this part's easier than the rest of the level, to be honest. So that went pretty well. Could have been better, but I'll take that. Alright, and we're now heading into the 5th level of Raiders, 5th and final level, Block Battle. And once again, this is where the game differs an insane amount from the movies. You're about to see Belloc. I don't know, I have trouble. It's Belloc. Belloc. Kind of hard to pronounce for me. Yeah, I could just say Belloc, if that if that sounds like a good option. I don't think it is, though. Oh, there's a Death Star on that cart? I didn't even notice that. Yeah, dude. Alright, so normally you need to get into the barrels to like dodge the electric, but you can just run right through it, and you will die like eventually, but most of the time you can just abuse the invincibility right when you respawn to get through it. So I'm gonna have I'm going to start building that target while I move Indy back over this way. So right here I'm going to die, but once I respawn, I'll become invincible for a couple seconds, so I can just run right through the electricity. And here's the second part. I'm going to try to start making it through the electricity with my characters while this cart goes. Hopefully I can get over to the buttons with Indy. Dang it.
Is this a good time for me to give an update?
Yeah.
Okay, so next up we have LEGO Studios Backlot, and there is currently a bid war going on for that. You have until about, I'd say, 3:10 to put in your donations towards that bid war. Right now, girl is winning by $5. It's boy or girl, by the way, to vote on which player character the runners will use. All right, so you have until 3:10 to get your donations in. Thanks.
Alright, yeah. You guys should get on to that. Alright, so that's Raiders. Probably those last two levels there and the next level here are probably the three worst levels in the run, so get hyped because our next level is going to be a vehicle level. So out of the 5 vehicle levels that we do, even though there's 6 episodes, we are going to skip some levels later on into the run. So we only do 5 vehicle levels, but out of the 5, this one is probably tied for worst, along with the one in Crystal Skull Part 2. You have to like throw dynamite out of a cart halfway into the level, and it's all around a terrible experience. First we have to get to the first level. Alright, the one nice thing about this level though is you actually start out in a car, so you don't need to like go looking for any other vehicles. You can just start destroying everything right away. That way it's pretty straightforward. Along with this one, we're just gonna keep running into stuff. Oh, don't want to miss this guy. Come on. There we go. Alright, that was pretty good. Alright, so now we have 4 bikes, which I'm just going to destroy normally, but the 3 cars in this wave have like a metal shield on them, and the only way to destroy them is to throw dynamite at the the car. You can't run into it. Oh, okay, apparently you can. I did not know that. Well, I'm learning new things on this run. That's going to save me a lot of time. I had no clue you could run into these into these cars to break their metal shield, but apparently you can. Or maybe it's just that one fluke incident. I'll try to hit this guy as well, see what happens. Okay, yeah, I think you do need to throw dynamite at them. I don't know what happened. Maybe like a rogue piece of dynamite hit that car. So I need to go get a dynamite cart, which should be somewhere around here. There's one. So I need to throw the dynamite to break the metal shield. But it's kind of hard to aim the dynamite. There we go. And then I'll also just use the dynamite to kill the car in the process. Alright, that was good. Let's see if we can snipe it. There we go. And now the final boss fight. Once again, we have to throw a piece of metal to break the outer core, but at this point we can head back to a normal vehicle for the last 5 hits, which I prefer over trying to throw dynamite at it. I think I left my car somewhere over here. Oh wait, I left it down at the bottom, so I'll go down there. Come on. Oh wait, there's a car right there. Let me go grab that. Get back here. So we're gonna grab this guy and just run into the boss a bunch of times until it dies. Nope, don't get in that car, get in this car. Alright, so that was okay. I lost about a minute to an optimal level there, but that's still faster than, let's say, my PB. Next level is actually a pretty cool level, though. We're going to do our first memory throw, I guess is what I'll call it. I don't really think it has a name, but we'll call it a memory throw. Yeah, you move faster pulling the cart than running normally, because logic. So these monkeys have stolen, I believe they're called Sankara stones, and we need to recover them. Oop, don't do that. So this first one's really simple because the monkey's just kind of chilling right here. But for the other two, you normally have to do like these puzzles, but we can skip them with the super throws. So here I'm going to bring a short round over to this tree that I'm going to throw him off to get up there where the orange target is. and just like that, he just touches the ground for a fraction of a second before he dies, so his respawn gets put up there, and that skips a whole entire puzzle. Alright, so this is one of the 2 times we get to ride an elephant. Riding elephants is pretty fun. So there's our second stone, and our last stone we're going to grab doing, like what I said, a memory jump. So pretty much, if you grab an object as Indy, so I'm going to grab this torch, if you take one object and throw it at another object, that location gets remembered in the game storage. So now, for some reason, when I do a super throw, the character being thrown will go to that location. And basically, I'm trying to get him to land on that platform in between the pot and where I'm throwing. So I think I need to go a little bit farther back. There we go. Oh wait, I forgot a banana. Oops. That's gonna be a bit of a time loss. I need to grab a banana and then do it again. There we go. Alright. So we lost a little bit of time there because we forgot the banana for the third monkey, but still decent. And there goes that elephant. Don't worry, he'll come back in a bit. Alright, and we're gonna be taking this other elephant. This is not the same elephant as the one that got launched up into the sky. We're gonna take this elephant and head into our next beat 'em up level, because we're just gonna be just killing a bunch of people. Should be fun. So do a super throw with short round to activate the infinite attacks, and then we just start shredding through everybody. Get back here. Sometimes they like to run away. They very rarely do that, but when they do, it can kind of be annoying, because you're just chasing after them. Loses a decent amount of time. So these sword guys, I don't know if there's something that influences whether or not they jump down. I think it's just random, but you just kind of wait next to them until they jump down. So that guy jumped pretty quickly. Hopefully this guy will as well. Come on. There it goes. We're gonna knock these 2 guys down as Indy. Uh-oh. I did not. I switched off too quickly, so he got kind of caught. Get back here. Get back here. Where are you going? Oh, man. No! This is what I mean by characters who run away. So once again, we're just... Okay, this guy's gonna run away. Oof, that was not good. I had a lot of guys running away. And so this, this level's probably the second or third shortest in the run. The three shortest are the Cafe Brawl, the train level, and this one. They're all about the same length. But normally this level's really long, but we're going to do more of those memory throws to basically skip the whole entire level. So we're going to... Oh, come on. Come on. Grab him. Alright, so we're going to grab one of the thuggies, and when we throw him at a target, once again, that location is going to be put into memory, so when I do a super throw a short round, he'll just go right up there and skip this whole entire first section on the left. And even though the target is moved, it's still in the memory, so I can do another another super throw to have short round get up to the boss again and skip a whole puzzle. Come on, I can't grab him. There we go. So we're just gonna grab him, throw him up, hopefully knock down the boss. Dang it, I didn't switch fast enough. There we go, knock down the boss, then we just kind of push the boss into the fire and then he'll die. And that's the whole level. Basically skip both major puzzles of the level. I think everybody remembers this part of the movie. I mean, so memorable. So yeah, we're gonna use the Black Sleep to take control of that guy just to get to the next level. Pretty simple. This level's pretty much like an auto-scroller. There's not much you can do on this boss fight to speed it up, and there's not really anywhere you can lose time. So yeah, we're just gonna keep throwing water bottles at his foot, and then climb up through him, I guess. Skips the, doesn't skip anything. That's how you kill him. That's how you're supposed to kill him. You basically just throw a water bottle, and then climb up. Come on. You can't hit him with the water bottle if he's like mid-attack. So yeah, I just kind of keep throwing water bottles until eventually it lets me, there we go. So here, you pretty much have to wait until after he does his attack. There we go, that's pretty good. Alright, and this is our last hit. Yeah, so pretty auto-scroller like boss fight. There's nothing really special there. That's exactly how a casual player would do that fight, pretty much. Oh, and there's the elephant from 10 minutes ago. So now we enter Last Crusade, which is our first episode where we skip levels. And because all the levels are in a hub world, you can use like launches and stuff to skip levels. However, it's only necessary to skip levels in Last Crusade and Crystal Skull Part 3, because in order to unlock like the next episode, you need to complete all 5 story levels, and these are the only 2 chapters that don't have an episode unlocked from you completing it. So we're just gonna skip a couple levels to get straight to the end of the chapter. But we're only gonna do it in Last Crusade and Crystal Skull 3. So I'm gonna go into the first level here, but it's worth mentioning that it is possible to skip this level. It's pretty much the only trick in the game I haven't quite figured out yet. But we will be skipping the second level. I'm gonna be doing a super throw, so I get infinite hits, hopefully, if I can whip him. Thank you. So kill all these guys. Once they're all dead, I will start building this. Oh wait, I need to bring down this box right here. Good. Once again, we're going to use Solid to just shred through all these enemies so they aren't annoying us. Little small 1P2C there. Yes. Alright, final part of this fight. We gotta get to him up there, so we're gonna build a whip hook to get up there. And there we go. That's the first level. Pretty simple level. Hopefully someday I'll skip it. However, we are going to be skipping the second level of Last Crusade. Alright, so I'm going to use 2 players here to get my characters over to the next section, because sometimes they don't want to follow me. Alright, so there we go. That's how we get Elsa to follow us every time, it's just by using 2 players. So normally we would go up north above me, that's where the second level is, but using another one of those memory throws, we can skip the second level. So yeah, normally you need a vehicle to get inside this part where the third level is, but we're gonna throw this apple thing. I honestly don't know what it is. Gotta get a little bit closer. Throw it at that target, so that location is now in storage. So when I do a super throw, Elsa will go in that direction. And then land on this roof, respawn, and we're in, skipping the second level. So this is the beat 'em up level for Last Crusade. This one's probably the most boring out of all of them. Why is that guy running? Okay. Okay, so wave 2, once again, just kind of run into everybody. So now we got these guys on with the bazookas waiting up here. There's 2 on each side, so I can kill the 2 on this side, but then I have to run all the way over to the other side to kill the other 2. Nice leg spike. Let me get this soldier right there. Alright, so we're gonna get the 2 on this side now. Whoa. Nope. Whip the target, not Henry. Alright, now this wave has vehicles. I think, yeah. This is the wave with the vehicles, so we need to get a bazooka to destroy the vehicles, which we can get from the guys over here. so the bazooka has 4 shots, and they need to destroy 4 vehicles. So ideally, we want to get all the shots on the vehicles first try. Alright, that's good. Okay, good. Got them all first try. Last 3 guys. We're just going to keep knocking them down and hitting them with Henry. That's going to be too early, I think. Nope. Okay. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, so now we're on to the vehicle level for Last Crusade. Unfortunately, the level that we skip is not a vehicle level. Alright, so this level is not too bad compared to some of the other vehicle levels. And the reason it's not too bad is mainly just because a lot of the vehicles are in very small sections, so they're not going to get really far away from you. Alright. Yeah, this section really small, so you're not going to need to worry about the vehicles like getting out of your view or anything. Shout out to the radio operators that are controlling the turrets of those vehicles. They got some pretty sick headphones. Alright, so for this section I will need a truck, so I'm just going to get it right now. Now we're just going to go backwards and hopefully kill everybody pretty quickly. This guy does not want to die. There we go. What the heck? Last truck in this section. This section was kind of slow. I had some trouble destroying the trucks. This next section's pretty easy. There's some armored cars, but if you have enough speed, you only really need to hit them twice to kill them. Come on. And one more guy is going to be down here. So the cycles on these levels are pretty consistent. Like, a lot of the vehicles will always be in the same spot. Alright, 2 more guys over here, and then I believe that's when we enter the boss fight. Oh, one of them just died. I'm guessing he somehow got knocked off, so that was pretty lucky. Alright, so now, in order to kill this boss, we need to get into these little mine tanks, and drop mines on the tank. So, oh, we don't want him to get in front of us, we want to be in front of him. Like, just kind of drop the mines on him. This is pretty straightforward, but can be kind of difficult. There we go. Alright, that's pretty good. So, now we're entering the last level of Last Crusade, where we fight Donovan. And this boss fight is glitched on PC, where it's basically impossible to beat the level with only one player. For some reason, the boss never de-aggroes. I need Henry. There we go. For some reason, the boss will never de-aggro off player 1 sometimes, making it basically impossible to complete the level with just one player. And that's even for casual players. So I'm going to buy this tank here. There's no reason I bought that. That was just for swag. So the beginning of the fight, the beginning of the level, works perfectly how it's supposed to. But it's once we get to the boss fight is where the glitch happens. And if you go to like the forums for this game on PC, it's just a bunch of people like confused out of their mind of how to beat this boss. Now sometimes the glitch doesn't happen, but I would say it happens about 60% of the time. But it doesn't matter because I was planning on doing the fight with 2 players anyway. It just makes it a little bit harder if my player 1 is constantly being aggroed. And also I'm going to do this little puzzle here with 2 players just because a lot of times if you drop out, your player will not follow you. There we go. So, moment of truth. What ridiculous boss are they going to do this time? Tornado. Just what everyone wanted. So it looks like the boss isn't aggroing yet. Hopefully I can get these pieces out. Alright. Now I'm just going to let the boss aggro my player 1 as much as I want, because that's all I need to do with Indy. I just need to dig up all these pieces at this point. Oh, come on. Let go of my player 2. There we go. Dig up these pieces. So basically we're digging up metal pieces that get picked up by the tornado, and then I'm going to shoot the tornado with the bazooka to do damage. And okay, that went pretty well. And that's Last Crusade. Now we're heading over to part 2 of 3 of Crystal Skull. Alright. So now, I believe we are in Peru. That could be completely wrong. Alright, and this level is another one of the levels where I'm going to do 1P2C throughout the whole entire level. It's a pretty short level. It's only like 3 hallways. I guess it is also worth mentioning that almost every single level in this game is only one room. There's maybe like 5 or 6 exceptions to that rule, but pretty much every level is one room. There's no transitions at all. Get out of here, mouse, rat, whatever you are. Alright, so the main application of the 1P2C here is I'm going to have player 2 building the pieces while I have my player 1 doing everything else. So we just need to jump on this trampoline a bunch to get the pieces of the ladder. Come on. Picked up a stud in the cutscene. So that's a really simple level. Nothing too much to say about that one. Coming up is probably another level that's not too interesting. This next level has a lot of cool IL strats, but for an RTA run, there's not really anything. So we're going to do a super throw right away to get the infinite attacks going. We're pretty much going to use it in quite a few places throughout the level. Like right here. Kill all these guys so they don't follow us. So, where did Mutt go? Did he go back up? What a weirdo. Alright, so this part, I'm going to have Mutt fixing this generator thing while I kill everyone with Indy. So I need to grab these 2 skulls, so do a little bit of multitasking here, grab one with each character. Oh yeah, Mutt is scared of scorpions, so... grab that piece with Mutt, grab this piece with Indy. No! Come on, throw the spear into the... What? Ah. You can throw stuff into targets without targeting them, but it doesn't always work out. Look, it's the crystal skull. Now is probably one of the most annoying bosses in the game. He doesn't really do anything. He just kind of sits there while you punch him, but he can like fall down. You'll see in a minute. Mutt is scared of the scorpions and normally can't hit them, but the infinite attacks kind of let him bypass that. Let's see if... yeah, he can't hit the guy until he gets all the way up. I'll be waiting up here for him. And now we just kind of sit here and punch him until he dies. But he likes to kind of creep over towards the edge, and he can fall down. And if he does, he'll have to like climb the ladder all the way back up. Just a bit of a time loss, so I'm going to try to keep him over to the right. Don't go that way. Keep hitting him, don't have him fall down. Don't fall down, don't fall down. Alright. Yeah, we should be able to get one more. Alright, good. So now we're going to grab the crystal skull, which allows us to just run right through all the scorpions. You can actually soft lock there sometimes. Oh, I've only had to hit it once, but the crystal skull fell through the floor, and when I left the level, I didn't have the crystal skull, so I wasn't able to do this next section up here. Whoa, sorry about the dog. Yeah, shoutouts to the dogs. Alright, so this is the beat 'em up level of Crystal Skull 2. So, as always, doing the super throw, get those infinite attacks going. Like spike. So you can jump across this gap here, and I'm going to do that too. So I can basically just kind of spawn kill these guys. Normally you have to whip them off these platforms, but you can just jump over here and hit them all off. And then when the next guys come in, I'm just standing right where they land. These guys fall out of the sky, but it's kind of in random locations. Right now they're all falling pretty close to me, which is good, but sometimes they can fall pretty far away. So now we gotta fight Mac. And unfortunately, you have to wait in between hits, because if not, we could literally kill him like instantly, which would be kind of fun. Alright, and here, so I said in Temple of Doom that the vehicle level there is tied for being the worst, and this is the level that's tied with. So we need to build this jungle cutter to get to the next section of the hub world. And here we go. It's time for Rainforest Rumble. This level is just all around a pretty bad time. I figured out some patterns for this level, so it's a little bit more consistent. But it's still pretty terrible. One nice thing is that this jungle cutter one-shots literally everything. However, there's two parts of the map, and you can only get to this part of the map with the jungle cutter. So the second half of the stage, you have to use a regular vehicle. And I wanted that truck right there, but I accidentally destroyed it. No! Uh-oh. Is that gonna respawn up there? Yes, it will. I want that truck. Give me the truck. Truck. Okay. The reason I want that truck is because, like I said, I can't get to this next section of the level with the jungle cutter. I need to cut down the trees and then back out, and then I'll come in with the truck where I can actually cross the gap. And this part is pretty terrible. This is the part that makes this level kind of bad. These vehicles seem to always be in different spots every time I play this level, so there's really no rhyme or reason on how I'm doing this part. I'm just kind of following the red arrows. Okay, that was pretty good. Oh, looks like next guy is going to be down here, I think. No, is he up top now? Oh, there they are. Two. fact that there's two of them is good. Last guy, I hear him down here. Oh wow, perfect. Alright, so now we need to destroy the jungle cutter. We can only destroy the enemy jungle cutter with our own, so we have to go back and get ours. Or we could steal that one, doesn't really matter, but this boss fight is pretty straightforward. Oh, dang it. Of course, on the last hit, I die. Alright, that literally could not have gone any better. That was basically perfect. That's that's really ideal. Yeah, Chimkin just asked, how is this run going? Compared to my PB, I'm currently a minute ahead. So, as long as everything goes well, we should have PB. Alright, on to the last level of Crystal Skull 2. And this level is excluding vehicle levels, this is probably one of the most RNG heavy levels. Yes, so we gotta get traffic cones, but the spawning points of the traffic cones are, with the exception of 3, the spawning points of these traffic cones that we need are random. Do super throw. So, oh wait, there's 4 traffic cones that have set spawn points. My bad. But once we get through these 4 traffic cones, the rest of them get randomly spawned and carried by like a colony of these ant things. So we just gotta hope that they spawn near us. Dang it. I'm gonna drop out. Oxley has some strange behavior when you have 2 players connected. He doesn't really like to follow you. So this time we gotta cover 3. We got 2, now we need to, oh, there we go. Traffic cone right there. Give me that. Alright, so that's the second section. The last section we need to cover every single hole, so all 5. So we're going to need to find 5 traffic cones and pray that they spawn near us and spawn quickly, pretty much. Alright, good. 1 right here. That's a good start. Now, where's the next one? Traffic cones. There we are. That one took a pretty long time to spawn. Come on. Put it right there. Good. Alright, now we gotta... Okay, it's right there. I'll take that. Alright, one more. Where are you at? Okay. This has not been the best RNG. But it's still pretty good. Alright, so that's Crystal Skull 2. Moving on to Crystal Skull 3. Like I said, we're going to skip levels here, and we're actually going to skip 4 levels. So we're actually only going to do 1 level in this next chapter. And we skip them by doing a vertical launch. And there's 2 ways this launch can go. Well, I guess... Okay, so first off, this launch is really inconsistent. So I might be here for a pretty long time trying to do it. But additionally, the amount of height that it gives you is always different. So sometimes it'll give you like barely any height, and that's not really ideal. But the ideal result is it literally shoots you up into the stratosphere and allows us to get closer to the last level quicker. So the launch happens right here. Ah, didn't get it. So yeah, like I said, it's probably going to take us quite a few tries to get it. Oh wait, I know, I need to turn VSync off. Because launches don't really work right with VSync turned on. Dang it, missed that one. Ah. Come on. Doesn't want to give it. That's okay. This is typical. Come on. There we go. Alright, we didn't get much height there, but this is the slowest version of the skip. But we get out of the first section. It's not really what I was hoping for, but whatever. So now we're gonna head over to the 4th level, enter it and exit it to get all my team back over here, and then enter the 5th level. So we don't actually have to do the 4th level, and the reason is we need the crystal skull to do the puzzle to get into the 5th level, and normally we'll lose it, I believe in the 3rd level, but because we never did the 3rd level, we never actually lost the crystal skull. So here's another launch here. This one's really consistent. Okay, that's the first time I've ever missed that. Oh, okay, that's a little bit too high. Whee. Okay, and that's the launch that gets us into this level. This is the 4th level, and we don't actually need to complete it because, like I said, we already have the crystal skull. We don't need to recover it from this level. Alright, so now we have all of our team here. And now I want Indy and Mac to go up to the top of the pyramid. So I'm just going to grab them. Now these steps are really annoying because you have to go up one at a time. If you can just barely not make it up 2. So we gotta jump up like that. So the reason I got Mac is because, come on, don't go down. Alright. I need Mac to shoot out these top 2 pieces. And we're now in the final level. We skipped the first 4 levels of Crystal Skull Part 3. Now this boss has three sections, I believe, yeah. And the first 2 are pretty straightforward. The last one is kind of RNG, unfortunately. Alright. So I want to try to do some 1 cycle shenanigans here. It's kind of tricky. But I'm going to try to whip onto that target with Indy and then drop down and also jump up with Marion, but yeah, I kind of messed it up. I'm just going to do it 1 player because I haven't quite figured out the 2 player strats, which means we have to wait for it to come back around, but that's fine. No. Whip onto something, please. Alright, that's the 3rd rock, and then once we take out the 4th one, we'll enter the final phase. This one you can 1 cycle with just 1 player. Oh, okay, it just destroyed with only pressing 1 button. I don't know how that happened. Alright, so here's the RNG part. So you have to shoot these rocks with the bazooka, but the rocks only do damage if they're really close to her face. It's like that, and I have to do 5 hits. So when the rocks are like all the way out here, like see, it doesn't do any damage. That should do damage. Okay, that's good. But whether or not the rocks are close is I'm pretty sure it's random. Optimally, she would do it every other, which has happened so far, so that's pretty good. Dang it. Like right there, that's not ideal, because then I can't hit her. There we go, that's 4. That, okay. There's my last boulder. Come on, bazooka. Shoot it. Oh, just missed it. Come on. This is the bad luck that 150.37. That's a new PB for me. I just barely missed out on that sub 150, but I know we'll get it soon. Shout out to Folk, the current world record holder. He has a 148.15. I'm on my way to beat it. And that is LEGA2. This game can probably be optimized a lot more. We just need to put some time into it. It's a pretty fun game with the exception of vehicle levels and a couple others that can be pretty annoying. But next up we have our backlot race, which should be pretty exciting. So make sure to donate if you haven't already, if you're able to. The support is very much appreciated. We're helping out a good cause. And I will see you guys later, maybe.